Turn these into these. I'm the Great British Chocolatier and you're watching Chocolate Plus. Hello and welcome to another episode of Chocolate Plus. My name is Mark, aka the Great British Chocolatier, and today we're going to be turning these Oreos into balls because we're going to chop them all up, crush them all up and make them into a ball, and then we're going to wrap them up in chocolate of dark white and some orange chocolate. And of course, because it's Thanksgiving here in the USA, we're going to be adding some cinnamon and some pumpkin spice into our Oreos. So without further ado, going to put on my gloves. We have a baking tray sheet and a parchment paper here. Now ideally you want to chop these up in the food processor, but I don't got one, so I got a magic bullet, so hopefully that'll work. I mean, it's gonna chop him up. You're also going to use like a toothpick, or this is like a cake pop poker, I don't know. It came with a cake pop machine where you can take him out the machine and dip them in chocolate. So anyway, as everything falls all over the place, let me get the power here. And I'm not going to be melting the whole bags, I'm just going to be melting just about half a bag because I'm going to just make a few, because this will probably make quite a lot. So what I'm going to do is going to start off with our Oreos, and of course most of you probably have a food processor, so you're just going to chuck them in there and you're going to just blend them up. Now, like I said, I'm using what I got. First time doing this like this, and I'm just going to pre-break them like so, and one roll, if it fits in there, is about 12 to 15 in a family size pack. This is all going to blend up. Now what I do have, which I forgot, is some cream cheese. Okay, it's cream cheese spread, but to me it's all the same thing. And put these over here. And I wouldn't worry about, like I got some cookie crumbs here, I wouldn't worry about that because we're going to be plopping chocolate on here and it's just gonna still be good. Alright, so let's see if we can do this. And of course the cream in the Oreo will help bind it together, but if it's too dry, I'm gonna add in some creamy cheese. Alright, so let's see what happens here. As there's gonna be noisy, so I'll turn off the noise and let's watch the magic happen, shall we? Alright, magic didn't quite happen, but it's breaking it down a little bit. Okay, you see that it's working, which means it's ready for some more Oreos. It's still very dry in there, so I'm definitely going to be putting some cream cheese and adding a few more Oreos. As far as measurements, I don't really ever have measurements. You might find them in the description, and then you might not. But everything's eyeballed, and everything's subject to change depending on how many that you make. So I'm not going to put any more Oreos in here. I'm going to mash these up, add some of this, and we should get what we want. So let's lower the noise volume. Alright, probably not the best way to crunch them up, but I see the mixture's kind of dry in there, so a food processor is definitely the way to go, but I don't have one of those. But this cream cheese is gonna work just fine, and gonna turn it into something that's a little wetter. Okay, what was that? About 2.5 tablespoons. I don't know. I'm eyeballing everything, so let's see. All right. Hopefully this will work. I think I've just done the biggest don't ever do this in a magic bullet. So what we're gonna do is now that it's all broken up, I mean, it looked good in my head, but couldn't quite get it done. So plan B. I mean, it broke it all up. Most of it's all crushed up. I mean, I see big pieces in here. And no, we got gloves on, so let's make a mess. All right. So obviously, food blender is what you want to do. I have a Vitamix, didn't use it. But this is good, and there's big chunks in here that you can just break down. So let me do this, and when I'm done, we'll be back. Okay, so as you see, this is the kind of stodgy consistency that you want. If there's any big pieces, if you're doing it by hand, you're going to just break them up. And we're going to turn them, now if you want it dry, I think that's a little wet. But if you want it drier, you can just add some more cookies in, which you know, and this is what I do. I add more, because you can't take it out once it's in there. You know, I'll add more chocolate, more cream cheese. This would be 1, 2, 3 in a food blender. So there we go. We'll mix this in, and it's okay if it's bigger chunks in there because it's still going to taste great. And we're making Oreo balls for our Thanksgiving treat. In fact, you can have it for any kind of treat. All right. So you want about meatball size. Again, they're going to look truffly, and they're going to look like truffles, the shape and size of a truffle, and everything's dependent on how big or small you want it. Alright, so there we have our Oreo balls, and they got to firm up. Now you could put them in the fridge too. I'm going to stick them in the freezer. The only problem when you put them in the freezer is that when you add in the chocolate gets cold very quickly and it can tend to crack. So I'll put them in the microwave. I won't put them in the microwave yet because that's not what we're doing. I'm going to put these in the fridge, so I'll be back. Don't go away. Hey, I just thought I'd jump in real quick because I actually took those Oreo balls out the fridge. I pushed them all back together and I added in the pumpkin spice and the cinnamon because I really wanted it in the Oreo. So I did about a tablespoon and a half of the pumpkin spice and about a teaspoon of the cinnamon, mixed it all in together, rolled it back into balls, threw them back in the fridge where they're going to be about another half an hour so that they can firm up a bit. So I want to take this time to thank everybody that's chocolatized the subscribe button. If you haven't, now's a good time to do it. And don't forget, if you like it, hit that thumbs up button. Really does help the channel grow. In fact, Chocolate Plus is just over a year old. I keep forgetting these things, these milestones, right? But we're getting there and we're growing, and it's all thanks to you, the viewer. So share, like, subscribe, put a comment down below, but most of all, make these treats at home. You can become a chocolatier to your family and to your friends, no matter where you are, because everything that I make is simple. If I can do it, you can do it, because that's what it's all about. So that's enough talk for now. I'll be back when I get those out the fridge. Okay, we are back, and I've actually started melting the chocolate just to save some time. And these are nice and firm. This would be a good time now to quickly roll them into a more ball shape. As you know, you put the chocolate, no matter how much or how little you put in a bowl, it's 3 rounds at 30 seconds, stirring each time. And so we're going to put it into one more time. Like so. I have the white chocolate here. I'm going to both put them in just to loosen up just a little bit. But you really want to do this kind of quick because these are cool and cold. If you've got hot hands, then you don't want to handle it too much. And the idea is what we're going to do. I'll put them all over here. Alright. And there you go, 3rd round. Nice and soft. In fact, that's a little bit too warm. So I'm going to add some more chocolate into there, just to cool it down a little quick. Alright, so while that's getting ready to melt, I'm going to actually put some pumpkin spice in the chocolate as well, which I thought would just give it an extra little bit of a... And again, measurements, you know, I don't really have any as I put it all over the place. Just enough, maybe half a teaspoon. And I'm actually going to put it back in here for 10 seconds. And then we're going to start working on our on the magic with our Oreo balls. Alright, so that's nicely incorporated now. And we're simply just going to drop it in. I may be able to do this with a fork. And you just want to cover everything around nicely. Give it a nice bath. And I've got this so that you can just poke it out and the whole will be covered by the chocolate. That may or may not work. Let's try this, because I've got a nice puddle around there and I don't really want too much of a puddle. So that's where the fork comes in. You can take off the excess and put it down on this. And then we're going to do, how many we've got? 1, 2, 3, let's do this in 6. We've got 6 of those. 6. Oh, there you go. So we're doing half a dozen of each. That was totally done by accident, or totally done on purpose. You don't have to have a nice smooth surface. These are going to be truffly Oreos. Going to knock off the excess and put them on the... Okay, last one. Here we go. And all you're doing, as you know, you're just dipping it into a chocolate bath, shaking off the excess, and then placing it down, making sure everything is covered. Alright. These go into the fridge for about 5 to 10 minutes. When that's done, we give it a taste test. Okay, we are back. We are done, and this got our famous red tray here. I was going to put them into these little cups, but I think because they're too big, so we'll just put them on the tray like this. And then I'd say it's absolutely amazing. Put this over here. And we have Oreo balls in white, orange and dark chocolate. Let's just give them a taste. I'll taste this one in dark chocolate. Nice and soft. You know that it's an Oreo. Oh, and then you get the hint of the pumpkin spice, which is absolutely a nice surprise. So there we go. They're looking a little rustic. Of course, if you want them to look real smooth, you can make them look real smooth, but it doesn't impact the taste. So there you go, a quick simple how to make Oreo balls into a chocolate treat. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, chocolatize the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell, which will let you know a new video has been uploaded. I more than likely won't be here next week because I'll be with Thanksgiving, celebrating Thanksgiving with my family in New York. So I thank you for watching. Until next time, happy Thanksgiving and have a great day. Bye bye.